Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the last sea day of our back-to-back. Did this a couple of cruises ago where I did my review on the ship instead of like after all the videos were done, which usually on a 1-week cruise takes me about 2 to 3 weeks to do, sometimes 4 weeks to do. This one's going to be a little bit longer. So just like on the last cruise, I just figured on the last day, while everything's fresh on my mind, I could tell you all about it. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the back-to-back. As you guys have seen the process already, but what is my take on it being my first back-to-back? So we're going to go through all that, and first we're going to talk about today. So today I did the what do you call it, behind the fun. It's like a tour behind the scenes of the ships, right? You go down to deck 0, you go back behind the scenes in the kitchen, you go to the bridge, you go to the control room, you go to all these places. Really cool. If you're going to do that, I do highly suggest you do it, because it gives you a little bit more perspective of what makes the ship go, what makes everything that you do or everything that you see, you know, gives you perspective how much work goes into it. And I really thought it was fun. So if you do it, wear you some tennis shoes, some good comfortable tennis shoes. And but you have to get in line to get it, right? So there's only select few spots open. So on your first day of your cruise, on sea day, or not on sea day, on cruise day, go to the Excursions desk and put your name in for it. So that's what I did. I enjoyed it, and I'm not disappointed. I would like to spend a little bit more time on the bridge, but I get it. There's a lot of things that go on to the bridge. But me personally, I was really interested in the navigation side, the communication side, because I'm in communications. And so that kind of stuff interests me a lot. But anyway, so that's what I did personally. Me, myself, my wife, she started packing. Just think, 2 weeks out here, there's a lot of freaking clothes, so she got a lot of packing done. She's not done yet, but while I was gone, it makes it easier. I'm not in her way. She packs things her way. She don't want me to pack. Nope. Already been through all that. So anyway, so I'm gonna give you a review of the Carnival Vista, give you a review of back-to-back each cruise. We stayed in a grand suite, which is the second time we stayed in a grand suite here on the Vista. We always stay in suites all the time anyway. It's just, once you start, you don't go back. You just don't. It's just a lot more room, and yeah, if you like the bathtub. My wife likes the bathtub, so that's the thing. And I do too. Grand Suite has a bigger bathtub than a regular ocean suite, and I'm a bigger guy, so I take advantage of the bathtub here as well. As a matter of fact, that's probably what I'm gonna do tonight. One final time here on the ship, at least. So, being that it's our first back-to-back, would I suggest it to somebody? I would say yes, but don't do a back-to-back starting off, okay? Only do a back-to-back. And the reason why I say that is because 2 weeks is a long time, okay? And then when you're not used to being out away from things and you've got obligations back at home, after 2 weeks, you're tired, or at least I am. You're ready to get off of the ship. My wife and I are pretty much ready, right? Usually, after a week of a cruise, you know, you don't want to get off the ship, right? Oh, it's over already? No, let's stay another week. And, well, we went through that last week, right? It's like, oh, we don't have to get off the ship. Where this week, we're like, okay, we're ready. Okay, we're ready to get off. We're ready to go home. We've got our dogs at the house, right? We've got a business we run, okay? And of course, I've been able to run my business here from the ship, but you know, you still got to do things hands-on. So there's a lot of that. And then there's the people side. You got a lot of people. And when you're country folk like we are, it's like, okay, it's time to get away from the people. So we take a vacation from the vacation. That's kind of the way it is. So there's that. If we was to do another back-to-back, we would probably do a back-to-back on the Dream or the Breeze. And the reason why we say that is because we know for a fact that those ships have really, really, really comfortable beds. They just do. Even the Glory, just unbeatable how comfortable those beds are. Where this bed, I don't care how much cushioning you will put up on it, it ain't comfortable. It just ain't. And now listen, I sleep fine. Because I've been in different environments. I don't stress. So just as long as I have a good comfortable pillow, that's it. That's everything. I can sleep on the floor. Wife, on the other hand, totally opposite. So now she sleeps, but very uncomfortable. So that's a downside of the Vista. Now I'm not sure if the Horizon is the same way, which is a Vista class ship. We're going to find that out in December when we're on the Horizon. But what I will also say this to criticize the Vista, and we've known this, but a lot of this has to do with the dining room people that choose if you do your time dining, okay? Where the older ships, they have booths, okay? When you select on your phone and it says, do you want a shared table? And you say no, you will get a booth, you'll get a table to yourself where, you know, and you and whoever you're cruising with can have a good, nice private conversation if you want to. Where on this ship, there's no booths. And what they consider a shared table is about that close to the other shared table. It's basically a shared table. Those tables are just separated by that. So that's really a shared table. Now, on our previous cruises we've had on the Vista, that's never really been an issue. This week, these last 2 weeks, it has been an issue. And now for dinner, we've gotten with the maitre d' and says, okay, we found this table, we want to keep this table for the next 2 weeks, and we've been able to do that for dinner. C-Day brunch, on the other hand, it's not that simple. So, and let's just face it, I am not a morning person, you know. So some city boy sitting over here next to me, all right, is probably going to get on my nerves, and that's just the flaw that I have. But that's just me. So we've decided to pretty much just eat at the buffet for the rest of the cruise. So, but that's a flaw that they have, and we'll find out. I know that the Horizon has the same setup as the Vista, so we'll probably have to go through that. That's an 8-day cruise in December. You know, we'll see how things are different on that ship. As far as the 2 cruises for this back-to-back, the crowd is different, okay? I would say the previous week's crowd was younger, louder, where this week's cruise was older, quieter, so that's been nice. As school starts to, throughout the nation goes into effect, there's less and less kids, and that's a good thing for us, where someone who's on a booze cruise or whatever, they like the loud atmosphere. Well, you get that in the summertime cruises, and we're right there around the whole Labor Day part where school's starting in session. You're right there on the edge. We've been on those fall and winter cruises, and they're just really nice. Obviously the Galveston crowd is top notch, but I'm a little biased to Texas anyway, so it's just what it is. Between us and New Orleans, we like cruising out of New Orleans, but the best part about New Orleans is floating and leaving New Orleans. That's the best part about New Orleans. We probably won't go on any New Orleans cruises for a while because we've been on so many. Our next cruises we have Miami, we have Long Beach when we're going to Hawaii, and then we have the Jubilee. But we are going to do another back-to-back, most definitely, for sure. But we'll do it on the Dream because we've done the Dream so many times. We know that ship really well, and their itineraries are different. Where these itineraries are somewhat the same here on the Vista. Now I know the Vista's leaving to go to Port Canaveral, which is a good thing. They could have this ship. They could have it. This ship's got some issues. It just does. Don't get on this ship in the summertime. Just don't. It's hot. Where other ships are not this hot. And that I know that for a fact because last year we took a June Vista cruise and a July Dream cruise, both in the summertime, both out of Galveston, both extremely hot outside. Vista was hot inside, Dream was nice and cool inside. Now, I'm talking about the Lido deck and everything, where it's nice and cool in the Lido marketplace. So that's another issue with Vista. It's just like, okay, they've got some AC issues, they've got propelled, I can't say it, some engine issues, let's just say that. Fortunately, these last 2 weeks we haven't had any issues, but the 2 weeks the itineraries are the same, and these are the things that the Jubilee is going to kind of pick up, the same itineraries that the Vista has. Jamaica, Grand Cayman, Cozumel, and Honduras, Belize. They're going to take up the same itineraries, and probably I know for a fact they're adding Costa Maya because that's one of the cruises we're going on the Jubilee. The Jubilee, we have an XL aft suite. I can't wait for that one. That one's got like a friggin' hot tub on the balcony, man. So we're really looking forward to that. But we got so much more to look forward to. But that was, I don't really have complaints other than the ship, because I know that the last cruise we went on the Glory, the ship was fine, boring, but small, but still fun, where the people, the New Orleans crowd is just different and kind of over New Orleans. Well, Galveston never gets old to me, but we are doing some different ports in the future, again, like Miami and Long Beach, places like that. So we're looking forward to those, but ain't nothing like home, right? Anyways, so we got the Diamond Platinum party tonight, where we're going to go get a few free drinks and get out of there. And then dinner, finish packing. I'll probably go to the Havana area one last time and go take a dip in the pool. And then go to bed, get up in the morning and go on to the house. Good thing about going to the house this time after 2 weeks, I haven't had any measurable rain, so my grass don't look too bad. I've looked at the cameras at home. It's like, yeah, it's not looking too bad out there. So I think all the work I need to do is work and not the yard work. So just go over with the lawnmower and that's it. Anyways, so, but I'll film us going into Galveston tomorrow morning as I always do, and send y'all off. But I appreciate you guys watching these series of videos. I mean, for 2 weeks out here, it'll probably take at least probably 2 months to do, because I usually do 1 or 2 videos a week. So this may take a while for me to get all this stuff. But by that time, we'll be in Miami for our next cruise. So busy cruise schedule for this fall. And then next year, we've got bucket list cruise next year. Next year. So looking forward to that. Appreciate you guys watching.